Hello. Hi, guys. It feels weird to be by myself right here. Frank's coming, though.
I'm coming. I had to get all the other stuff set up behind the scenes. So, all right.
He does all the hard stuff, and I sit here and
There we go.
say hello.
All right. Hello, everyone.
I'm looking to see.
There we go.
There.
Make sure you have the volume down. There you go. All right. Quality's good.
Quality is good.
All right. Well, let's chat there. All right.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl, how's it going? We also got who's that?
T.GH.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Sorry, we got our phone because I did not have a chance to bring my second laptop with us to get everything set up secondary, but it's okay.
I can probably see this better, actually.
Okay.
I think.
Hey, Beverly, how's it going? We have our Chosen merchandise on tonight.
Yeah.
You guys can see I got it all stretched out because I'm fat. That says
see.
Trouble on it.
Trouble.
I like it.
Jesus. This one's Jesus.
Yeah, that one's Jesus there. There we go.
You can tell.
Hey, Dave. Both of you are
Hey.
Trouble, says Dave.
We are.
Hey, Remy Max, it's good to see you. Hey, we got Sharon here today,
Yay.
but we haven't seen Sharon in what was the last live stream?
Time.
Daytona. It's the last live stream you did.
I went back to reality, went back to work, and I'm doing good at work now, thankfully. I'm not going to rethink working there. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is a good thing because our insurance is really good through my hospital.
Yeah, so anyway,
Nice.
so we're doing a little late night stream. It's not really that late. It's not
late.
it's
And
not-
actually, we're doing it during When Calls the Heart. I'm a little sad.
I asked you what time.
I know. I just didn't want it to be later because I turn into a pumpkin at like 10 o'clock. But tonight I'm going to have to go home and watch it.
Yeah, they've been enjoying the late night streams with me. We're up late.
Mm. Well, let's see. For my ladies that watch When Calls the Heart, who was it? Nathan last week told Elizabeth a couple times that he still loves her. So I'm excited to see. I think that she needs to stick with Lucas, but we'll see.
The bar owner? Yeah, I don't like Lucas.
What?
I don't like Lucas.
So he's Team Nathan, and I'm Team
I'm
Lucas.
not saying I'm Team Nathan or anything like that. I'm just saying out of the two, I don't think Lucas is the right person for her. Nathan just got an adoption.
He's such a gentleman, and he's so nice to her. He's a lot nicer than the other guy who keeps lying to her about Jack.
He didn't lie.
He withheld information because Elizabeth asked him.
He fell in love with her.
Okay, but Elizabeth asked him a long time ago if he knew anything about Jack, and he said no.
My studio lights.
It's a little crammed in here. But anyway, so let's see what you guys think. You're in competition with Salty. That's okay.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. I know a few come over here just for us, and that's fine.
Miss Cheryl started to watch season 2, and then Tactical Farmer was coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Wage War.
What Wage War say?
He said, sorry guys, Salty is trying to break Odyssey again, but I did hit the like button. Sharon, glad to see you tonight, Frank. You know how to get a hold of me if you need. Yeah, Daniel, we try not to do politics at all. So this is just kind of our fun channel.
Yeah.
Started out as my channel, but...
Yeah, so we just keep it politic free as best we can. Sometimes we have a little crossover with a couple things, but typically I do my best to ensure that we don't make this politics. That's why I try to do the different background over on this side.
We need to scoot this way a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see if that's better. We're a little cockeyed in the camera.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you have the prom pics? I do, but I'm very weird.
I promised them that we were going to do the prom pics tonight because I thought Gabby would have already posted hers.
Well, okay, so Gabby took pictures with a professional photographer in town, And she's waiting for those pictures before she posts anything. And so some people actually at church were saying, I've been slacking, I haven't posted pictures. But I'm kind of in that point where Gabby's on Facebook and Gabby's her own person, and I want her to be able to post it first. If you've ever had somebody, like, okay, so you go to a wedding and you take a picture with the bride or something, and then some people will post it right then and there, and that is the worst thing.
In your opinion?
In my opinion, I just think that that's so rude. So I want to give Gabby her time. I want her to feel like she got to post first and everything. I'm kind of weird about that. So I'm waiting until Gabby posts, and she said she's waiting on. So no prom pictures until Gabby posts hers.
Sorry, guys.
I know. I am a little weird about it. So
I thought she would have already posted, and I didn't have all the information.
Sick today. So anyways, we still look rested after our vacation. I'm rested because I actually came to work with Frank today, and I slept for about 2 hours on this couch that we're sitting on right now.
She did. Tactical Farmer can attest to that.
Tactical Farmer's husband came and
Farmer sat on
me.
Sharon.
Oh, goodness.
That was pretty funny.
Oh, goodness. Let's see. Okay, what's up with the shirts? Christy, these are our Chosen shirts. You haven't watched The Chosen, but these are our Chosen shirts that we are going to start.
At the end of season 1, if you haven't watched it, I'm going to probably spoil it. That's fine.
It's not that bad of a spoil.
At the end of season 1, they played the song Trouble, and it's the picture of all these guys. They're walking down the pathway.
Walking into the sunset into
a town. And
Samaria.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it in case they maybe hadn't watched it yet.
Yeah, but that doesn't tell anything.
Okay.
They're walking into Samaria, and
the song Trouble's playing, and so that's Trouble,
and then on the back it says The Chosen.
Yeah, so.
And we have the other shirt. It says I was one way and now I'm totally different, and the only thing that happened in between was him.
Yep.
So I'm excited to do those also. Let's see. I love the pictures of us last night. Oh, our prom pictures.
Yeah, I shared those.
Gabby had a lot of fun at her prom. So they went and they watched a movie before. Prom wasn't until 9. So they were ready by 11 or 12. And my dad came over to come and see Gabby off. And so we got pictures and stuff at the house. And then they went and took pictures. And then they went to the movies. And then they went to Cheesecake Factory. And then they went to prom. And then Gabby and Pedro at midnight went to Waffle House. And Gabby's been throwing up Waffle House today.
That's why you don't eat Waffle House late at night. That's why I don't eat Waffle House anyway.
Best thing to eat late at night.
Whatever. When a W's out, it's just Awful House, right?
There's something about Waffle House that's very nostalgic, and
yeah, I used to be able to eat as a teenager, but not now.
Oh, but Gabby is a teenager. We look all rested after our vacation. Thank you. Judging by our shirts, it's double trouble tonight. Aw, Grandma, that was sweet. Star Love, you finished your online shopping. Let's see. Oh, no, not online. You're on your way home from shopping. Let's see. Looking forward to your prayer meetings and Bible study. Is that starting tomorrow?
Starting this week.
Okay. You haven't watched The Chosen SL Grib?
Yeah. Okay.
She said, I'm a bit hesitant to spend time on secular interpretations of the gospel. Actually, the Dallas Jenkins, which is the director and the writer, he is the son of the Left Behind author. And the Left Behind series was there was only part truth in that, and I think as soon as everybody was left behind, most of it became fiction after all of that. So that wasn't a great interpretation of stuff. But
that was his dad that did that, though.
That was his dad that did it. But Dallas Jenkins, we were kind of looking some stuff up on him, and he's not, I think he goes to a non-denominational church, but it seems like he's affiliated, and you can fact check me if you want to, but I think that he's affiliated with some of the Moody Bible stuff, and we believe a lot of the same doctrines as Moody Bible. There's a couple things that we don't agree with, but he's out of a big church. I think it's non-denominational, though. I think it was, I can't remember what it was, but he's in Dallas, right?
They're in Texas. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure which town, though.
His first name's Dallas.
His first name, but he is in Texas right now.
But so it's not really a secular view, but what we've found is, like, we're still watching it with wide open eyes to see if there's any fallacies in what we believe and what they are portraying. We're Southern Baptist, and we haven't found any yet. So
and some of it is, since they're following the disciples and stuff like that, obviously all the disciples don't have backstories, or what they said. Some of that stuff is filled in by some of the things, what they would have been doing during that time, and their attitudes during that time because of
Peter.
Yeah. And so
they do a really good job at guessing what their
personalities
are. Peter's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Is he your favorite?
Peter? Yeah, Peter's one of my favorites.
Was Philip your new favorite?
I'm liking Philip.
Philip reminds me of Jesus. So,
well, because he's been under the tutelage of John the Baptist.
John the Baptist?
Yeah.
Creepy John? I can't help but think of that when we... Oh, goodness. Anyways, let's see. King James, we are New King James is what we prefer. I think the kids have an NIV, and there's a couple things in the NIV they left out.
They also have the ESV too. I think that's what the cheer one is.
The ESV?
Yeah.
And Dallas Jenkins I don't have it with me. We got the 40-day devotional. I started on the book 1. I don't think you've done.
I haven't opened it yet.
Somebody actually asked me if we were doing the book that goes along with it, and it's pretty cool. I just kind of glanced through that, but the devotional, they use it's either the ESV or the AS.
Yeah, American Standard.
I think it might be the American Standard version.
Yeah, ASV.
So, yeah, because one's the English Standard and the other, I don't know. But, so they use some different things than what we would, but anything that you have checked?
Yeah, everything I've checked, between me and, of course, Stephen, if some of you guys know Stephen, we did the first season, and we did a commentary on the first season and talked about each episode, and we talked about the things that we found in Scripture and where it lined up. And if it didn't line up, we would have said it, and it was pretty spot on for the most part. Even though there's some areas where they have to fill in, they take a little creative license. And Stephen would always read at the very beginning of each of our shows the disclaimer that they have on the shows too, saying that this is not a substitute for reading your Bible and things like that. So make sure that this is not taking precedent over reading your own Bible. So use this as just what would you call it? I want to say supplemental, just good Christian entertainment, I guess.
And when they release a couple days before they release a new episode on season 2, Dallas will come on and do like a live stream. They'll like put out notifications. If you have the Chosen app, it comes to my notifications and tells us when they're going to do it. So if you jump on, there's been a couple times where we were like a little bit late and we were like in the middle of the episode. So you actually have to wait until they do their whole spiel to be able to go and get on again. Is how they do it in the app. But he'll go on and he'll say, I am a movie producer, like a whatever producer. How did he put that?
I don't remember.
that like I am a director. I am,
I don't-
I'm not, what did he say? Basically that he's not like, he is going to fill in the gaps with stuff. Like he's not just reading the Bible to you or whatever.
It's not gonna go line by line.
Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of what he was
Yeah.
meaning. Like this is a movie production, or this is so. But they've done like if you look at the background, everything, they actually went and had a bunch of the Jewish community tell them certain things about everything. So they're trying to get it as realistic as they can.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Compare the movie to the Word of God, NIV, or New English. I'm not sure.
No, he's just saying compare when you're watching it. Compare it to the Bible as you're watching.
Yeah, and there's been a couple things where we've had to go and look it up, and or Frank has, called some friends and asked, hey, what's this? So that's what it has been. It's been a kind of a learning experience, but now it kind of brings it to light in your mind. When you read those stories in the Bible, you can picture Peter doing this, and like I can totally see how Peter would deny Jesus, just because Peter was I'm gonna say what it's like, vomiting words, like with Peter, like he just says the first thing, like without thinking, and that's exactly how he was in the Bible, like.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, let's see. I was born Lutheran. Dave Kranick says, I was born Lutheran and then went atheist and then became independent fundamental Baptist. Now I'm somewhere in between, but I read the King James. It makes you smarter reading Old English. The best church is nature. Well, the King James, I grew up King James only. And a lot of the verses that I know, and one of the churches that we went to, the church would actually, as a church, we would have like our verse, and it was a couple verses that we would recite, and they would do it like on the walls. Remember?
No, I thought that was where they would you would check off if you read your Bible.
No. They would, at the beginning of the year, we would choose like a church verse with Pastor Myers.
I don't remember that.
No?
I'm sure if you're saying it happened, that happened, but I don't remember that.
And then we would recite it, and he didn't do it every single, but a lot of the verses that I remember, and they were all King James, but a lot of the verses that I remember that I can totally quote off the bat were from my younger school. But then also as an adult doing that as a church, they put it on the wall, like we got like a banner or something of it, but that would be our passage to memorize throughout the year or whatever. Anyways, I can't believe you don't remember that.
No.
You don't remember doing the one of the big ones that I remember was the
I think you probably went to church a little more than I did, because that's when I worked at Publix still, and I worked a lot of Sundays.
You did. It was the one where I don't know, I can't remember. Anyways, so I think that you remember King James Version a little bit better than the other versions, in my experience. Matthew, to me, seemed to be portrayed as autistic. He was so smart with numbers. I feel in love with his character. Yeah, Matthew, what is that? It's not, I mean, it is a form of autism, but it's the Asperger's.
Yeah.
That's how they're portraying him, as having Asperger's. And it could have been, or he could have just been really smart.
Yeah, which made him kind of socially awkward though too.
Yeah. Because
he knew, like, even during one of the episodes, he talks about how smart he was. They put him in with the older people and stuff like that, and as soon as they found out that he was really good with numbers, they pushed him in that direction and he didn't get a chance, as the story was going, that he didn't get to read all the verses like everybody else, like Torah class and stuff.
Right, he didn't get to go to Torah class and stuff. So I don't know if in the book of Matthew, kind of points to that or what.
Right.
But I mean, if you had, it is a movie production or whatever. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with them going in that aspect. And I think that it could have been, and it doesn't put in or take away anything from the Bible. And I think that there's nothing wrong with
Right.
how they're portraying.
Yeah, it just gives them a little bit more character, a little bit more,
and he's interesting.
Yeah.
He's very quirky and funny.
But it makes you, it makes sense when you go back and you read the book of Matthew because of how detailed the things are in there.
Mm-hmm. And that's what John said in the first episode of season 2. And she was like, shouldn't you go back to the beginning and
do like the genealogy? He's like, I think Matthew has that covered. And at one point when he's talking to Matthew, he's like, you don't have to be that detailed, Matthew. But when I write mine, it will be.
Why wouldn't it have to be detailed like that? So, that's what you enjoyed about him. Yeah, he's an interesting little thing, and it's funny that they would do that and that Jesus chose him, and that really brings a love, like a second level of, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter, if there's something wrong with you, or God took something that others might consider wrong with him or whatever, and God took it and used him to promote the gospel.
Yeah.
So that kind of brings an extra level of uniqueness to their chosen fairies. Oh, they actually have Torah class? Was it a Jewish church or?
Who said about Torah class?
Selena Spivey says, "Hi guys, I missed Torah class at my former church." IFBs. What's an IFB? Are pretty conservative.
IFB. Independent. First Baptist? Independent.
No indirect contact with females. No skirts below the knee. Wednesday night, Sunday mass. Number 1.
It's only the blood of Christ can save. Also take communion on Easter and Christmas. The church closed down, she said.
Oh, okay.
She misses Torah class.
Yeah. No, I was asking what kind of a church was
Independent Fundamental Baptist.
Well, I grew up Independent Fundamental Baptist.
And you had to wear long skirts.
We did have to wear long skirts.
Yeah.
And we took communion.
Because our girls remind you all the time how you would make them wear the long skirts.
Yes, I would.
And you would get mad if they wore jeans or anything.
Yes. I have changed in that, especially living in the country, because it's hard to out here. I guess we stopped thinking like that, or I did. When we first started going to church out here, I was all the time in dresses. And like, this is what I went to church in today. But we don't have, I guess, what I'm trying to explain it. A lot of times these kids come to church from the driveway playing in the dirt, or
or
from
the farm,
or from the farm working on the animals, and it's hard to we dress up and then we tell people just come as you are, because if they are dressed and or dirty or something like that, and then I'm all dressed up, that makes them feel uncomfortable. And I know that there's a thing of, we should be wearing our best to church. So I understand that, but I also think that, for one, the Lord doesn't care what we wear. And for other people, that might be their best.
Mm-hmm.
I had a family in church, and she's a very good friend of mine, but they came with whatever they had on, and they're a wonderful, amazing family, and just love the Lord, but some people just don't care what they wear. Mm-hmm. And that's how that family was, but they were fundamental, amazing, anyways, I feel like my thoughts are kind of discombobulated tonight. I actually looked at the door handle today and was thinking, did it break? Like I couldn't.
What door handle?
Your door handle.
In here?
It's happened to me a couple times. I feel like since I had COVID, I can't quite sometimes put my thoughts together
yeah.
But I looked at it and it took me about 2 seconds, which doesn't seem very long, but when you're internally like freaking out because you don't think you can get out of the car. Yeah, it was weird. So anyways,
yeah, Dave said, couldn't go to Mass if you were not in a suit. My pastor said that you have to dress up for Christ.
And that's how I used to believe. And I thought that it was awful that people were coming in jeans and shorts. And
I mean, we dress differently for Sunday mornings.
For Sunday mornings.
I mean, I still wear jeans though.
Yeah.
I put on a button-down shirt.
I just feel like if we're going to tell people to come as you are, and you know that they're not going to be wearing dresses, like I don't want other people to be uncomfortable. Like you really want to create an atmosphere where everybody feels welcome, and not by compromising what you believe or what you're preaching or something like that, but something as simple as, hey, I'm going to wear, a t-shirt and jeans, and hey, come in a t-shirt and jeans, because most people don't have just regular church clothes.
Sharon says, the Lord only cares about your heart. And then Philip says, COVID gave me brain fog afterwards.
And I was fine at work. That's the crazy thing. I worked 3 days in a row and I was perfectly, well, I don't know, maybe I wasn't and nobody just said anything to me, but
Dave says he remembers his baptism. It was and was saved, and my baptism was on September 3rd, 2003.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, Hidden Hammock, thank you. Love you guys too.
That's awesome, Dave. That's a good thing to remember.
So let's talk about some of the stuff we're 30 minutes in. We haven't talked about anything.
Okay, tell me what to talk about. What are we talking about?
Just about life. What happened?
Oh, we're getting a house. I mean, we were getting a house, but now it's like we're excited. I think we're going to be signing this week.
Don't put your foot there. You keep messing with the light.
Seriously, I wish that I could show you guys this little office, because Frank has everything where you have to like jump around stuff to get anywhere. Goodness. Anyways.
That's it. Just need a bigger office.
Yeah. No, this is a good one.
You knock out this wall.
So, yeah, we're getting a house, hopefully signing on it. We just have to figure out how we're going to get the house into the field. It's an interesting little thing. But anyways, I think we're going to sign this week on a smaller house, right? Mm-hmm. We went to the lot, and the price of lumber is going up $3,000 to $4,000
a week,
every week. And so they literally cannot even quote us a price for the house, because it's going to be so long until they build it, like 6 months or something. Mm-hmm. And so we can't get a loan on it because they can't quote us a price. So they had some houses there, and we went and we looked at it, and we picked out a smaller 3-bedroom house.
Yep.
So we're excited about that, and it's on the lot. It's all taped up. We haven't even like gotten to go into one part of the house. So we're trying to find one of the models that's somewhere around here that we can go take the kids in and show them. But if not, we got to see most of it, and it's pretty, and it's going to be ours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited for that. So, and then, well, while we were on vacation,
lots of stuff happened while we were on vacation. What were we talking about?
Oh, no. Oh, before that. So we went to Subway for dinner tonight. And
I should have filmed it.
Yeah, it was hilarious. So we drove separately. Aubrey drove her car. I drove my car, and we drove separately. Anyway, we went to the Subway, and she parked in this spot that I had a feeling she was going to have a hard time getting out of. So she parked there. We all got out, and we sent Frank David and Aubrey ahead of us, so you guys can go ahead and go because we were into the office because we got to do a stream. And so we come out, and she's trying to back out. She cannot get out. And so she rolls down her window, Dad, what do I need to do? So I tell her what she needs to do, and she's like, Gabby. And so Gabby goes over there and tries to move the car and tries to get it out of there. And Gabby cannot do it.
Like directing her.
Gabby can't. So finally,
probably the blind leading the blind. That's
probably. Why. So finally, they called me over there. Can you move? Can you get this? And sure enough, I got in there and was able to whip it around.
Whipped it around. And then what did you do?
In one motion from me backing up, I packed it all the way out and parked it into a space backwards. Just so they could see that's how it's done, girls.
And Frank David was in the front seat like, oh my goodness, Aubrey just turned the wheel. He was so mad. It lies beneath. We're staying in Florida. We're actually on the property that we're going to build the house on. So
that's right, Remy. Dad to the rescue.
To the rescue. Do you have that drink?
Yes, I do.
My eyes are.
It's because you're tired.
I am tired. I'm always tired. There will never not be a time when I'm not tired.
Yeah, it will be.
When I'm in heaven.
That's right.
Anyways.
Then you won't even be talking about being tired anymore. So, getting back from vacation, that's been it's been fun. I mean, busy. It just feels like it's been nonstop since we've gotten back from Daytona.
A lot of stuff with the house too.
A lot of house stuff, and then of course my other channel being back online and trying to pump out.
And that has been all Frank on both channels.
Yeah.
And Odyssey.
And Odyssey, yeah. So I've been running three different accounts since we got back from vacation.
And Freedom Clips.
I haven't put anything new on Freedom Clips. I haven't even really promoted it yet. I've been busy trying to get this one promoted.
Monetized.
Yeah. So it's been every single day, and looking at things, and I always forget. I always get mad, but I know there's an element to it where YouTube isn't showing all of my videos. It's because if you put too many videos out in one day, they don't alert. They won't send a notification at all. If you go over like 3 videos a day, they won't send notifications out. And I'm somebody that will put out 5 to 7 videos a day. So that means potentially 4 of my videos aren't even being seen by some people because they won't get an alert for it. Mm-hmm. And I actually went on your phone today on your account to see if I was getting alerts, if you were getting alerts. And I had put out 4 videos at the time, and you had only got alerts for 2 of them.
Okay.
Notifications. So
they've said for me to drink papaya juice and it'll raise my energy levels.
Ooh, papaya juice. I
love papaya.
Yeah.
Sometimes to sit around and think about that, and my dad suffered from Alzheimer's and dementia. And I thought about after he died and was up in heaven playing, running. Yeah, it's going to be awesome in heaven. Our mind can't comprehend. So.
No, can't. So what else we got here? Let's see what else you guys are saying. Sorry, I got to use the phone again. I don't have my laptop turned the right way. I told everyone on Tactical Farmer that you were going to do a video on Odyssey, and everybody seemed worried about to get around on Odyssey. Just heads up.
What did I tell you earlier?
And what did I tell you?
Odyssey is a little harder, but it's something that's got to happen. And I went on there, and I have an account.
Frank David had no problem getting on.
Yeah, but I couldn't figure out. Like, I knew Frank was live because I like to if I'm at home, a lot of times I'll watch his live streams.
Thank you for watching my live streams.
You're welcome.
You never donate though.
No, I don't donate. There's a couple times when I donated, and you were like, "It's coming from our account, but I'm still not getting it all."
Yeah, exactly. Don't donate to me, babe.
So I don't donate. I tried to figure out how to donate one of those weird little Odyssey gem things.
Yeah.
And it was like, you can buy 1,600 for $30.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. Because you can't even turn them into money. So
we can. I just don't know how yet.
We can, but we just don't know how.
Working on it. I'm trying to figure it out.
It's probably, we can't.
We can.
probably the issue.
Whatever.
So right now, Odyssey is free. I love you. You see the look he gave me? Oh goodness! I've been asking him how to do it, and
it's different.
Odyssey is different, and I couldn't figure out how to play the video, and I was sitting there, and it took me about 5 minutes, and all you had to do was press the play button.
So I told
her. It doesn't look like a play button, though.
So I told her what I was going to do. I mentioned it last night on the late night stream with Frank, is that I was going to do a tutorial video for people to help do the Odyssey, how to figure it out. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow, hopefully have that done, so that way you guys can have it on Tuesday. If you guys still don't know how to get over there, hopefully that will help a little bit, and we can all enjoy a little bit of Odyssey. I'm going to continue to do a live stream over on YouTube just until, or right before I go live on Odyssey, helping people get over there. So that way we continue to use YouTube by shuffling people over to next door.
Maybe it'll be easier once they come up with the phone app, because everybody uses their phone.
I know, yeah. They're working on the phone app. It's in beta right now.
It Lies Beneath said that she, they always get, like they're not able to comment anymore because they put the phone number to the White House and other websites up. So they'll suspend them for 24 hours.
Over where?
Is it on Odyssey or... On Odyssey, do you get suspended, or on, well, I'm assuming not on Odyssey, but is it here that you get suspended? The only way to get through Odyssey is through YouTube. No. Actually, if you Google Odyssey, it's Odyssee.
Yeah, but even then, it's confusing because I had a hard time finding it on there. One of my other people that I do YouTube with, or that I know that we communicate with, he had put out a message in our group chat saying, how do I get over to Odyssey? He does YouTube for a living too. And so I helped guide him the best I could. And he's like, do you got to pay to sign up? I said, no, you're at the wrong place. I said, you don't got to pay.
Yeah.
So
YouTube. It Lies Beneath says, if you go to the Play Store or Apple and download LBRY,
yeah,
you can choose everybody on all the different platforms and it'll notify you.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
LBRY.
Yeah. Sweet. It's part of LBRY. Yeah, it is.
What's LBRY?
I think it's the cryptocurrency.
I don't know. It looked too weird yesterday and I was going to buy some and donate, but then I was like,
why would you donate?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, why would I donate? Because we can't even figure out.
No, why would you donate anyway? Because.
Well, then when I said I watch it, then you said, well, you never donate.
I was just kidding with you. I was being serious.
Whatever. This is what I have to deal with.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I don't have any videos planned for this channel for tomorrow yet. I don't know what I'm going to do yet for this channel.
I'm going to be making cinnamon rolls, but I don't know.
I thought you were going to make them this morning.
I was going to make them today, and then I woke up. So.
Oh, I told everybody you were going to make cinnamon buns. I remember because I think it was Remy or Dave said yummy.
It's such a hard process. And I got it from a lady actually here in town that we used to get meals from. She's such a good cook. And when I worked like a lot, she used to cook for us once a week. Anyway, she made them and they were amazing. So, but you almost make like 4 pans of cinnamon rolls. Like you have to give them to family. And I can't figure out how to cut the recipe down. So it's like you use 6 and 7 cups of flour and then like you do all the other, so I don't know. But everybody likes them. Gabby will take some. Gabby's boyfriend's brothers and sisters really like them. And then family in town likes them, which all we have in town is our niece now.
Yeah, I do.
And we have another niece and our nephew, but I think that they're out of town right now.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Yeah. But that's all that's really been going on. Not a whole lot.
Back to the grind.
Back to the grind, yeah. And grind it has been.
Well, today so we do like these video songs during when they take offertory or when they take offering at church, and they were showing the beach, and I was like, ah ha ha, to be back on the beach. Only on sunny days though.
You know, I may go back to the beach just to go get my haircut. I like that barbershop.
Well, Aubrey, once we came back, she's already said, when are we going to Universal? Aubrey is my Universal. Well, Gabby too, but mostly Aubrey. She loves going to Universal. And that's why he doesn't have a pass. So, like, a long time ago, we bought passes. Well, not a long time ago. So, in January, we bought passes. And so, we've got these passes, but it's like 3 hours away. So, we don't go very often. But Aubrey, like, we just got back from vacation. She's like, when can we go to Universal?
She won't ask me because she knows what the answer is going to be. No. And the reason I don't want to go is because they make you wear a mask. That's why I don't want to go.
And Aubrey and I are fine with that, as long as we can have butterbeer.
If they didn't make you wear the mask, I would go with them. I don't have a problem doing that.
We really do like Universal. Like, you really like.
I do, but if
Mummy,
they don't make you wear the mask, I'll go.
It is a little crazy on the rides to be screaming with a mask on.
Yeah.
I remember, what was the first roller coaster I rode? Oh, it was Hagrid, because we were at the
You shut your phone off?
Maybe.
No, there it is.
It was Hagrid. Because we got in like an hour early or something, so we rode Hagrid, and I was like, first roller coaster with a mask on, check. It was really weird, but then you get used to it, I guess.
There you go. He has an apple fritter and a cinnamon bun recipe, apparently.
Please do. You guys see our email address is uniquely
us24@gmail.com.
So uniquelyus24@gmail.com. Email me recipes because I'd love to try them. Remy Max, the recipe that I have it's weird, and it calls for, like, I guess I could, but it's just too hard to do that, so I just keep making it and making a million cinnamon rolls, because it's like it has vanilla pudding in it, and then you have to do the vanilla pudding recipe into the other, and it's just a mess. So
road trip to the barber, and that's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, Lala, Sloppy Joes sound really good.
I'm not a fan of Sloppy Joes.
But whenever I make them, you eat them, and you eat like 2 or 3.
Whatever. Not a fan of Sloppy Joes.
I'm not a fan of Sloppy Joes.
I'm not a fan of Sloppy Joes.
The prayer group. Yeah, I think Odyssey does have an app on Apple.
It does.
I have Samsung. On Odyssey. Doge is up right now. Doge is up?
What? My phone's too far away for me to check. What's it up to? I'm going to retire with Doge.
To take 30 seconds to talk about dudes, please.
About what?
Dudes.
Dudes.
What's dudes?
I don't know. What's he?
Christy, what's dudes? Oh. Stupid autocorrect. Odyssey.
Oh. I'm about to say, what dudes do you want me to talk about? Technical farmer? Oh, no, he dudes. Oh.
Night, Allison. Hello, Steven.
Yeah, so Sloppy Joe. I saw that comment. That's Jim Kirk. Yes, it's Jim. Yeah, if you haven't followed me over on Odyssey, make sure you guys do that. And what I'm doing is I'm doing my best to make sure I try to make it as easy as possible for you guys to follow me over there on Odyssey. But it's the same times I do live streams, or I was doing live streams on Let's Be Frank, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to work hopefully by tomorrow have a tutorial on how to access it. Maybe a little easier. Maybe the way I do it might be work for you. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Hopefully I can have that up by tomorrow. I'll work on it in the morning. Gotta get an oil change though tomorrow too.
Got a busy day. I'm going to be working 12 hours with patients.
Oh, maybe you can take my car in for an oil change. You're going that direction.
Oh, shut up.
It's about compromises, babe.
I love when Frank's like, oh man, I had a long day. I'm like, really? Did you really?
I did have a long day.
I'm sorry. How many miles did you walk today on the hallways of the hospital?
I walked and I got to my office. I sat in my chair and I did a lot of work.
Well, I can barely walk when I get home. Goodness. She just followed on Odyssey.
Oh, thank you, Lala. Yeah, my whole library of content is over there. So if I put it up on over here on YouTube, it automatically mirrors over there. And then I'm also putting Odyssey exclusive content over there as well. Like I put one up today over there. So, and those are exclusively only to Odyssey. I'm not putting those over here on YouTube. Some of the little spicier things that we're not allowed to talk about over here. But it's funny because the mainstream media is allowed to talk about it on here and they don't get a strike. If I mention what they mention, I get a strike.
I guess I could freeze half of it. I don't like freezing stuff. I feel like it doesn't ever come back out like it was when it was fresh, so I'd rather just give it away.
Steven says my mom's a nurse at a prison in California. Goodness. Lots of stories to tell.
I couldn't even imagine.
That says Sharon, I feel you, but I'm sore when I get home from work too, says Lala.
I'm sore and cranky.
Sometimes I think it's more cranky than sore.
You see how he tries to get himself out of trouble by giving me a hug.
Yeah, because you remember.
Because my love language is touch.
Yeah, if you remember, she's like, you never cuddle.
So weird.
I know, for serious, the other night, we were lying in bed and I was trying to go to sleep and I was seriously on the edge of the bed because I didn't scoot close enough to the middle of the bed.
I'll scoot right back over to you.
I had nowhere to go. Nowhere to, I couldn't roll one way.
Well, if you would have just come over towards me, then you wouldn't be on the edge of the bed.
I was touching you with my hand from where I was sitting.
He's like, you're good. Goodness.
Woke up with a crank neck because of that.
It's your own fault.
You invaded my area.
Invaded his area. He doesn't mind other times when I invade his area. Only when we're sleeping.
See, those are neutral negotiations.
Sharon does that all the time. When she needs a favor, she gets it.
Who said that?
Hey, Remy Max said, make a full batch and then take them to work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not very. I guess I'm not very friendly with people at work.
No.
I don't know. I'm kind of weird. Like, I am very weird, actually. I'll admit it, because if I'm going to make friends and, everything like that, I'm going to be doing it with, like, people that I'm around all the time. I don't know. I guess I'm around those people. I don't know. I'm just not very, like, if I'm going to go out with people, it's going to be my family. So I'm kind of a homebody in that way. I'd just rather, like, my work is my work, and when I get home, that's the people that I want to be around. So I'll buy bags of candy. When I used to work night shift, I would buy bags of candy, because if we knew it was going to be like a full moon, you need some candy in you for that night shift.
I think it's a full moon tonight.
It is a full moon, and so as nurses, like, so each shift says, well, that's a night shift problem, or that's a day shift problem. Sounds like a DSP. So, like, that's kind of the code word for I'm not going to deal with that, because, oh man, I worked night shift for like 8 years. And so now I'm on day shifts, and the patients, when they sundown, so if you have Alzheimer's, dementia, anything like that, a lot of times you'll be good during the day, and then right about 5 or 6 o'clock, you start getting confused, and then it just gets progressively worse throughout the night. And then usually by morning time, they wake up and they'll be perfectly fine. So, and it's called sundowning. So every time, like every now and then, when somebody starts doing that, I'm thinking to myself, I'm so glad I'm on day shift. And I kind of feel bad, but then I'm like, I did that for 8 years. Like, I am very glad to be like, have a good night. So I kind of feel bad, but kind of don't. Oh, yeah. Good night, Remy.
Good night, Remy.
Check your Facebook DM.
I will when we get off. I don't have my phone with me. Lala says her whole family are nurses too. Her mom, auntie, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters, and an uncle.
Oh, wow.
So.
Yeah, it's a good profession. It's been easy to get burnt out lately.
Yeah, Steven Sism says, yeah, I got Doze as the CNA. Hand off the situation to the next victim.
And then be like, see ya. What are you doing?
I'm just looking.
Yeah. Let's see. Today is Greek Palm Sunday. What's that? Frank was about to put somebody in timeout.
I was not intentionally trying to put anybody in timeout.
He was about to press that. Let's see. That was just a joke. I remember, like, in some of the patients, you actually have to bring up to the nurse's station with you, and they are so content to just sit there as long as, like, there's, like, people and stuff going on around there. So I remember that distinctly. 8 years of night shift.
Mm-hmm.
The less people know about you, the better at work to do. Yeah. I mean, I enjoy all of most of my coworkers. But like, I just don't want to spend time with anybody.
She just wants to spend it all with me.
Yeah, that's right. Definitely.
That's all she thinks about when she's at work. She's like, I cannot wait to get home to see Frank.
Exactly. I don't know. I think that there should be because, you know, a lot of people, especially nurses, you bond so much at work that you go out with them, and most of it's like drinking, or they'll go to, some of my old other nurses would go to like Halloween Horror Nights together and stuff. And if I'm going to do stuff like that, I'm going to do it with my husband. I guess that's kind of what it boils down to.
Because she loves me so much. Maybe I'm just not like
a friendly person. I think I'm friendly.
She likes my jokes.
I do. That's why I married him.
That's right. All right. So, you have anything else that you want to talk about?
No, I want to go and watch my When Calls the Heart.
Okay, well.
Let's see how Lucas is doing.
We're going to go ahead and end it here then for tonight, and I'll probably do a late night stream tomorrow with just me. And
I think people like you better than me.
They like you more than they like me. So you can say bye to them because I got to go do all the shut off over there.
Okay.
I'll see you guys a little later.
Be careful.
I'm being careful. I know what I can and cannot trip on.
While he trips.
Why I trip, I do not trip.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, he left it so warm. I just want to cuddle up. Well, thank you guys for watching. I know we weren't very entertaining tonight, but Frank will be much more entertaining tomorrow, I'm sure.
All right. Well, tell him good night.
Bye. Good night.
Good night, guys.